Hello from San Antonio, this is SIREN Tarot. Welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. What does he or she think about when he or she thinks about you? This reading is timeless, and for this reading there are 4 different options. Option 1, Option 2, Option 3, and Quattro, Option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just think of your person of interest. Take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose the first crystal, here is your reading. Starting with my most romantic deck, Legend Arthurian. Ace of Swords, As de Espadas. Knight of Spears, Knight of Wands, Caballo de Bastos. Page of Spears, Page of Wands, Sota de Bastos. El Ermitaño, the Hermit. Like the Bastos, Nine of Wands. Rizabeta Espadas, Prince or Page of Swords. Three of Swords, Tres de Espadas. Ten of Swords, Deus de Espadas. And the King of Swords, Rey de Espadas. Okay, this energy is quite harsh. The masculine energy does dominate. The air energy dominates. We start with the card that I call the Blazing Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords. Whenever that shows up in a reading, especially when it shows up in a client reading, I say, this is an extra dose of truth. I'm going to turn that coffee off. The clicking is making me crazy. The Blazing Sword of Truth. I'm always honest in my readings, but whenever the Ace of Swords shows up, that's like an extra dose of truth. It's blunt truth. Okay, un momento, por favor. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for pile 1 is a very problematic connection. You could be wondering about someone who is avoidant, someone who has shown you ambivalence. I feel like this is someone you've known for years. I would say 2 years or longer. I don't feel like this is someone you just started talking to or someone you've just flirted with a few times on social media. I feel like you do have history with this person, and it's quite intense. A lot of you are probably wondering about an ex, someone you've not talked to in months, years in some cases. This could be someone that you have a kid or kids with. But this person's energy toward you right now is quite cold. We don't have any water whatsoever, and that is pretty rare for a 9-card spread to not have any water. We have no water, and we have no earth. Wow. So for some of you, this is someone that you have history with. So you lived together, you were married, engaged, you have a kid or kids. For others, this is someone you were in a connection with and it never solidified it. It never turned into a relationship. This person may have blocked you on social media. So just take whatever fits. Usual caveat, I'm reading for a global audience. It's not a personal reading. Pentacles suggest relationship, but with these signifiers and the 3 of Swords with the 10 of Swords, I would say some of you, probably more than a few of you, you have been in a relationship with this person, a significant relationship, and you've just not been talking lately. You've blocked them, they've blocked you. If you're wondering about an ex that you blocked, you may be wondering, do they have romantic thoughts? Are they missing you? Are they regretting the way they treated you? No. According to these cards, again, this person's energy is quite cold. They could feel self-righteous. They could feel like they did their part. They played their role, and they don't owe you anything, and they're not sorry for the way things went down, and they have no regrets. On to the next. This person's very energetic, and they're very intentional. If this person blew you off, if they told you that they're not interested in talking anymore, you can take them at their word. This person does not play games. When they're done, and they move on to the next relationship. This is such heavy masculine energy. Their astro combo could be all masculine. And we do have some earth. We have the Hermit. That's Virgo. That's all we have for earth. This person's astro combo could be Sun in Aquarius, Gemini rising, Moon in Sagittarius. Of course, that is one possibility of many. But I would say when this person does think of you, it's not romantic. They're not missing you. They're not longing for you. They're not wishing they could go back in time and do things different. I see this person being arrogant. I see them being cold. I see them being self-righteous. And for some, this is a connection that just basically stalled out. You were hoping that it would intensify, go to the next level, go from something casual and sexual to something romantic, and that's not going to happen just going by these cards. Okay, the Astro die. We have Scorpio, we have Mercury, 4. They could have Mercury and Scorpio in the 4th house. That's the house of Cancer, so that's double water. So if they have Sun in Sagittarius, for instance, they could have Mercury in Scorpio, or if they have Sun in Libra. Mercury's always in the same sign as your Sun or the sign before or after. And I'm really not getting water Mercury for this person. I feel like they have an air Mercury. You might have a water Mercury, because I don't see this person being especially intuitive. I feel like they're more logical and rational. The water Mercuries, they're highly intuitive and often psychic. I've got Mercury in Pisces. So Mercury in Pisces, Mercury in Cancer, Mercury in Scorpio. This person just seems very cold and matter of fact. Three is Sagittarius, 4 is Aquarius, 7 is Pisces, 2 Cancer, 6 Venus. So 6 and 9, that's Mars, Aries. Yeah, I'm getting strong masculine vibes from this person. This person's all business. Could be a TE Dom, MBTI term. TE, that's extroverted thinking. See this person working hard and being all about the bottom line. They're very practical, very ambitious, industrious, hardworking. 10. 10 is the number of Leo. Whenever I see Yo or YO, I always think of the YO Hilton, a hotel in Kerrville, Texas. I lit this candle thinking of the victims of the recent horrific floods in Kerrville and surrounding areas. I have a lot of history in Kerrville. I attended Schreiner University in the 90s, and my sister graduated from Ingram Tomore High School. Ingram is the small town off Junction Highway near Kerrville. We have 10 again. So yeah, they could have significant Leo. They could have stuff in the 10th house, the house of Capricorn, or stuff in the 5th house, the house of Leo. Tenor. That could be a tenor. If this is a man, he doesn't have a light voice. He has a deep voice, a dark voice. Tenor, bass. Tenny. Huh. If we had an S and an O, we would have Tennyson. Tennyson, the poet. I feel like this person inspires terror in people. This person scares people. We got New York. I'm seeing Ontario, Canada, Tennessee. Rent. They could rent an apartment, or they could have some rental property. They could be a realtor. I'm seeing Noah. Note, the notebook. Noah, the notebook. I'm not getting Noah from the notebook vibes. This person's not romantic. And I don't see them having romantic thoughts of you. Okay. And Tony. Yeah, I'm seeing Tony. Tony. Oh, Troy. We have Troy. I know a Troy, or I knew a Troy a few years ago. My ex's son. He's a Virgo, I believe. Okay. And Roy. Oh, and we have Ron. Ronnie. I'll stop there. Yeah, that's what I see for one. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info, including client testimonials, is in every box. My turnaround time is super fast, usually well under 12 hours. Check out the info if you're so inclined. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the rose quartz crystal number 2, here is your reading, starting with my most romantic deck, Legend Arthurian. Four of Shields, Four of Pentacles, Cuatro de Oros, Six of Cups, Seis de Copas, Justice, La Justicia, ooh, Two of Cups, those de Copas. The Blazing Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords, As de Espadas. La Torre, the Tower. That's really strong whenever an axis shows up in a spread. We have the Libra Aries axis. This is quite different from what I saw for pile 1. Unlike what I saw in pile 1, this is romantic. Oops. Well, that was messy. Oh my gosh. There's the King of Wands down there. Let me grab the King of Wands. Gotta clear the throat chakra. Oh my gosh, what is happening to my voice? What is ever happening? It's San Antonio. It's the allergies, I guess. What could it be? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm living pretty clean. Lots of alkaline water. Gosh. Principe de Oros, Prince or Page. Pentacles, As de Oros. Ooh, two aces. Pentacles. Princessa or Princess or Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah. I see this person having romantic thoughts and feelings. It's very likely, if you chose to, you are currently in a relationship with this person. You could have a kid or kids, or you're planning to have kids. You could be living together, engaged, married. It's like I say all the time, anyone obviously can watch these readings. Sometimes people who are in good, healthy, stable, harmonious relationships watch just out of curiosity, boredom, purely for entertainment. But I'm seeing a pretty solid, stable, decent relationship here. I'm not seeing extreme highs and lows. I'm not seeing on again, off again. I'm not seeing ambivalence. I see someone who has chosen you, someone who has invested in your life, someone you can rely on. It's very likely this person regards you as a soulmate. It's very likely they regard you as the love of their life. They can't imagine life without you. You tick off all the boxes. They love you. They're in love with you. That's really strong to have Two of Cups in the first row. And then the Six of Cups in the second. Excuse me. Oh my God. Yeah, I see amazing chemistry. This is a very strong sexual and emotional connection. When this person thinks of you, they think about how much they love you. They think about how much they rely on you. They could think about how they really cannot imagine life without you. You are their person. You are the one. I don't know. I'm just seeing a relationship that works. I don't feel like this person has much time for reflection because you're constantly in communication. You're always together. You're one of those couples that is just inseparable. So if that doesn't resonate, if you're wondering about someone you've not talked to in quite some time, definitely pick another pile. I'm seeing a lot of love and togetherness for two. You and this person probably have at least one significant conjunction in your synastry. When I say significant, I don't mean Neptune conjunct Pluto or Mars conjunct Juno. I mean something like Sun conjunct Moon, which that is a soulmate aspect. Moon conjunct Moon. Mercury conjunct Mercury. Venus conjunct Mars. So the luminaries and the personal planets. That's where the heat is. That's where the intensity is. I don't really regard the asteroids. I don't. I look at the meat of the chart. I look at the luminaries, the sun and moon, and the personal planets. I also look at the North Node. But I'm seeing crazy good synastry here. And if this is a man, I feel like he does have emotional intelligence. A possible astral combo for this person, they could have Sun in Cancer, Taurus rising, Moon in Gemini. Of course, that is one possibility of many. Oh, we have Cancer, 4th house. That's the house of Cancer. And that is Mars. So they could have Mars in Cancer in the 4th house. Double cardinal. Cancer is a cardinal sign in the 4th house. Again, the house of Cancer, that's an angular house. The angular houses are the 1st, the 4th, 7th, and the 10th. Timeless reading, but as I record this, Uranus has just moved from Taurus into Gemini. Gemini is my 10th house, so that's going to be fun, having Uranus on an angle. Check and see, if you believe in astrology, check and see where Uranus, transiting Uranus, is hitting your chart. Six is Venus, 4 is Aquarius, 10 is 1, Leo, another 1, so 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, 7, Pisces, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 is the dominant number, making Cancer the dominant energy. I can see you and this person being amazing parents. I can see you having a family, 2 kids or more, and you're very devoted parents. Oops. You could be an RN, or this person could be an RN. One or both of you could work in the medical industry. Well, I said RN, but that's a Z, isn't it? But still, regardless, sometimes I see the letters even when they don't show up. So, I feel like one or both of you works in the medical industry. And I'm seeing New Zealand, and I'm seeing Oz, Australia, Arizona, Zeta, okay, Zoe, Roar. Well, when I see Roar, think of Leo, the lion. And Goat, Capricorn. 0. This person has 0 desire to be separated from you. They want to be with you always. Usual caveat, I am reading for a global audience. It's not a personal reading. Don't try to force something if it doesn't fit. And we don't have all the letters, of course, but I'm seeing arrow. When I see arrow, I think of Sagittarius, the archer. Row. Ear, throat, and nose doctor. Ray. Born in the year of the rat. Trey. I'm seeing Terry. Terry or Tara. I'm seeing Aaron. Well, I'll stop there. Yeah, that's what I got for 2. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I'm always available for private readings. All the info is in every box. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 3, the TV rock, here's your reading. Starting with my most romantic deck, one of my oldest decks, Legend Arthurian. Three of Spears, 3 of Wands, Tres de Bastos. 9 of Swords, Nueve de Espadas. 6 of Shields, 6 of Pentacles, Seis de Oros. Ooh. I call that the sex card, 8 of Wands, Ocho de Bastos. That is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, Soda de Copas. I need some more alkaline water, I guess. Damn. El Colgado, the Hanged Man. Looks like this person's thinking about you a lot. Cinco de Oros, 5 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Ocho de Copas, 8 of Cups. I feel like for a lot of you, this is an ex. You're wondering if an ex still thinks about you. Yes, they definitely do. They think about you constantly. If you are wondering about an ex, they could see you as the one who got away. They could see you as the best lover of their life. But it looks like they're not going to do anything about it. They're not in the best place right now. They could be struggling emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially. They could just really be going through it, and they're going back into the past. They're revisiting their memories involving you. And there's this wistfulness, there's this nostalgia, there's this melancholy. They could be thinking that the best years of their life were spent with you. They miss those times. That's what I'm really getting. I mean, initially seeing the 3 of Wands over the 8 of Wands, I was thinking, okay, you're probably in constant communication, but I really don't feel like you are, because I'm looking at all of these cards. I feel like this is someone from your past. And I don't see them reaching out, not anytime soon, to end on the Hanged Man over 8 of Cups. And this 5 of Pentacles, there's something going on in their life. Excuse me. There's something going on in their life. And if they're suffering, if they're struggling, it has nothing to do with you. It's just, I don't know, something relating to a job or their health. They're just going through it, and they have a lot of downtime. They have a lot of time to think back. The song that I'm hearing is Red Wine, Blue Memories by Joe Stampley. I think Joe Stampley's a Gemini, I'm not for sure. But anyway, my mom loved Joe Stampley in the early 80s. And I think she had that song on the 45. She had the single, Red Wine, Blue Memories. When I looked up, she was standing there. Pretty long, black, shiny hair. And I heard her say, do you need a little company? Anyway, recommended listening if country music doesn't make you vomit, if you like country music. Red Wine, Blue Memories, Joe Stampley. I like the old school country. I don't listen to the new stuff, but I love the country from the 80s and before that, Hank Williams 1 and 2. Anyway, never really got into Hank Williams 3, but I see this person missing you. I see them being nostalgic, wistful. They're not feeling optimistic regarding this connection. They don't feel like if they reached out, you would respond in a good way. Maybe they betrayed you. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe they broke your heart. It just didn't work between the two of you. And so they're not feeling optimistic right now. So just based on these cards, I would say they're not going to reach out anytime soon. But when they think of you, they think of the sex that you had. They think of the laughter that you shared. So I wouldn't say this was casual. This was not someone you just hooked up with a few times. This was someone you had an intense history with. A lot of love was exchanged. And some of you could have a child with this person, but if you do, if you have a child with this person, I don't feel like they're a part of the child's life. I don't see them being present. This person's really complicated. This does not seem to me like someone who just jumps into casual sexual relationships. They do relationships, and they may not show it to a lot of people, but this person is a romantic. They get deeply attached. And when they really share something with someone, when they share their time, their heart, their energy, when they have sex, if it doesn't work out, they never really let go. So if this is an ex, they're still very much energetically attached to you. And I can see them sitting around, maybe drinking, listening to songs, crying, thinking of you. I feel like this person's dealing with depression right now. A possible astro combo for this person, they could have Sun in Sagittarius, Mercury in Capricorn, Pisces rising, Moon in Aquarius, just one possibility. They could be on disability for something. Okay, the astro die. That's Capricorn. That's the North Node, and that's fifth. Oh my God. I have North Node and Capricorn in the 5th house. Maybe you have the same thing, or this person has that. If you've got North Node and Capricorn in the 5th house, you're going to be on camera. So you could have a YouTube channel. Maybe you have a background in acting, theater, art, something like that. Or you have a podcast, a vlog, something. Five is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 4 is Aquarius, 9 is Mars, Aries, 6 is Venus, 10 is 1, Leo, 11, 2, Cancer, so 2. Oh, all right. 2 and 4, that's 6. Venus is the dominant energy here. I see this person loving you. And the song I'm hearing now is Still Loving You by the Scorpions. Gem. You were the gem, the diamond of this person's life. Megan. I'm seeing Planet Fitness. You and this person may have worked out together. Maybe you worked out at Planet Fitness together. Anything else? Megan. I said Megan, didn't I? Merritt. Merle. Graham Parsons. Graham Parsons was a Scorpio. Brass Buttons by Graham Parsons. That's another song you might want to listen to. Brass Buttons, Graham Parsons. Felix. I don't know. You might see some initials. I'll get a couple more. Gigi Allen. What was G.G. Allen? I usually remember sun signs, but I was not a G.G. Allen fan. Can't think of his sun sign. I don't know. I don't really care. STEM. This person could be an engineer. Emma, Emily, Tamara, Tammy, Matt, REM. This person dreams of you a lot. Maybe they're an REM fan. The song would be Low by REM, or Strange Currencies by REM. Maybe they're a fan of punk rock, the Germs. Or they could work in the medical industry, but I'm getting more engineer vibes, or computer science engineer. Some of you may be on a twin flame journey. This could be your divine masculine or divine feminine. Anything else? This person could be Generation X. Maybe they're Generation X and you're Generation Z. There could be quite an age gap for 3. Well, that's what I see. That's what I have. I hope that helps. Do this full time. I'm always available for personal readings. My turnaround time is super fast, usually well under 12 hours. All the info is in every box. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose 4, Quattro. Here's your reading, starting with one of my oldest decks, my most romantic deck, Legend Arthurian. Ace of Spears, Ace of Wands, As de Bastos. 10 of Spears, 10 of Wands, Deus de Bastos. The Empress, Venus. The 5 of Pentacles, Cinco de Oros. 7 of Pentacles, Siete de Oros. And the Knight of Wands, Caballo de Bastos. I'm seeing strong lust for 4. The lust is really coming out strong. Loud lust. Principe de Copas, Prince or Page of Cups. Siete de Copas, 7 of Cups. Cuatro de Espadas, 4 of Swords. So this is someone you just started talking to, probably. I see flirtation. I see sexting. I see this person having sexual fantasies of you. I see them thinking about you, looking at your pictures, videos when they pleasure themselves. Yeah, lust. So this could be one of those things where you have a pretty strong presence on Instagram, for instance. You've got some really striking, attractive photos, videos, and this person may have slid into the DMs. Damn, baby, da-da-da-da-da, XYZ. I can't stop looking at your pictures. I can't stop watching your videos. You've really got something. I can't think of the words people use. I don't do social media, but if you know, you know. This person's just sliding into the DMs and they're slobbering all over whatever you got, whatever you're working with. They're all about it. They got the stars in their eyes. So sexual thoughts, definitely. They could be infatuated with you. They probably are infatuated with you. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Not much more can be said here. I see a lot of sexual interest. I see a lot of fantasy. They don't really know you. They like what they know of you. They like what they see of you so far. They're intrigued. They're fascinated. They're turned on. They could feel like they don't have much of a shot with you. They may feel like they have a lot of competition. They may feel like they're just one of your many admirers. You could have a very strong presence, a strong following on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And they just feel like they're one of your many fans. A possible astro combo for this person, they could have Sun in Pisces, Mercury in Aries, Aquarius rising, Moon in Leo. Of course, that's just one possibility. Many, the astro die. And I got this strong sensation of cinnamon. Maybe they're chewing cinnamon gum, or they've got a cinnamon vape. I don't know, is cinnamon a flavor for vapes? I don't vape. I don't know anyone who vapes, but I'm getting cinnamon. Okay, this is very spicy. Pisces, 4th house is the house of Cancer. And South Node, they could have their South Node in Pisces in the 4th house. I feel like this person is a romantic, but right now the lust is dominant here. Five, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 1, Leo. 6, Venus. 2, Cancer. 3, Sagittarius. 7, Pisces. So 8 is actually the dominant number, making Capricorn the dominant energy. Capricorn, from my experience, Capricorn is the lustiest sign. Scorpio gets all the press, Scorpio and Aries, but from my experience, Capricorn is the lustiest sign. So they could have some Capricorn. They could have stuff in the 10th house, the house of Capricorn. You could have a really hot conjunction in Capricorn, something like Mars conjunct Venus. That's the hottest Mars-Venus you can have. Well, the conjunction, but especially Mars-Venus conjunct in something like Capricorn. Very strong sexual interest for 4. South. They could live in the South, United States. They could be in Texas. They could be in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. I'm seeing Mississippi. Emma, Emily, Sam. REM again, the band. They're from Atlanta, Georgia. They dream of you. This person dreams of you a lot. We got some blanks. We got a blank. Sir. So in the South, people still say sir and ma'am quite a lot. Looking at the stove clock, it's 10:10. Make a wish. 2 is Cancer. So they could be from the South, or they could be in the military. So it's yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Essie. That's a name you don't hear every day. Essie. Sour. Maybe they like to drink whiskey sours. Rose. Rose, Rosie, whole lot of Rosie, AC/DC, Bon Scott was a Cancer. Moses. Oh, and I'm seeing Soma, Smashing Pumpkins. I just heard Soma for the first time last year, which is crazy because I'm Gen X. But that has to be my all-time favorite Smashing Pumpkins song, Soma. Billy Corgan's a Pisces. Muse. You could be this person's muse. They're a musician. They're a poet. They're an artist. You inspire this person to create art. Mouse. I wouldn't say this person plays the cat and mouse games. I feel like this person's pretty direct. They don't play cat and mouse. I'm seeing Sue. I'm seeing Susan. Okay, I won't get into the details. I don't go graphic at this channel because I like monetization. But BDSM, sexual marathons, you can fill in the blanks there. I'm seeing Oregon. Okay. Mo. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Billy Idol, Sagittarius. Rome. When in Rome. They could take you by surprise. They say something really direct, possibly shocking, and your response is, okay. That is what I see for 4, and that does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.